I could be, but it's about coordination and cognition and there's a big piece of how Brazilian jiu-jitsu and really any type of martial arts can really impact your life both spiritually, physically, and mentally. And I think that it's just a really great thing to have an activity where all those things
Hmm.
align and really make you whole. So that's pretty cool.
So you mentioned mental skills. Could you kind of tell us a little bit more about that? Like, what are mental skills?
Yeah. So when we think about how we physically train people, so let's just take like a basic example of going to the gym, right? And all right, I have different muscle groups I know I need to work, whether
Hmm.
it's chest, biceps, triceps, core, quads, hamstrings, etc. So if we think about the mind and what we need to do in order to help somebody have the level of concentration and the level of preparation and the ability to sustain an effort and the dialogue that they have going through them, like all of those highlight different skill sets somebody needs in order to have a really complete mind. So mental skills include a variety of different things, but how am I managing my emotions?
Mm.
How am I sustaining my motivation? Am I setting realistic goals that are really speaking to me, or are they these things that I feel like I have to do but then I really don't actually pursue them? How am I using different the ability to visualize and use imagery in order to mentally prepare myself for an upcoming match? So if you've never competed in a large scale competition um, like a big open, for example, like if you're going to do the Atlanta Open or something, what's that venue look like? Yeah, how many mats are there? What's the
Mm.
noise going to be like? How do I versus going from your gym to that environment? How are you preparing yourself mentally for
Mm.
what that's going to feel like, how you're going to respond, and what you're going to be able to do with all of that stuff going on? So all of these are different strategies and skills
Mm.
that we in the world of mental performance um, do and train and talk through and help develop with athletes so that they have something consistent to go to, that they're able to not allow their mind to fly all over the place and wonder. They have a really strategic way of focusing in on what they need to do, speaking to themselves in a way that's producing purposeful action and really enabling their training to come out, not just for a peak performance, but having consistently high performances. And I think that that's a big thing, right? Is if we look at the day to day, the biggest difference in how an athlete performs isn't you got weaker within 24 hours. You may be a little bit more tired,
Yeah.
but it's how you think and it's how you're processing things and it's the attitude and the emotions that you're dealing with. That's the biggest difference day to day, and we know it. Yet we're always wondering, well, how do I actually train that? And there's a ton of science and a ton of research behind how we can train the brain for peak performance and for consistent performances. And that's what mental
Mm.
skills really get at.